FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
I've known Max Baucus for quite a long time. He's the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee. And he had me come make a presentation on my film and my book to the Finance Committee. And all 16 members showed up on a Monday, which is pretty unusual in Washington. And I made the pitch, and I told him just what I told you. In the first place, this is mainly a moral question, and if you don't make the moral commitment, we won't get there. They all seem to get that. Republicans and Democrats, they all got that. Another point that comes through very clearly in my book is in these countries that have private health insurance, and I named them for you, many of them, there's an interesting rule, and that is health insurance has to be nonprofit. All the other countries have decided, look, docs, hospitals, drug companies, labs, they can be for profit, but all the other countries have decided that the payment system has to be nonprofit, because there's a conflict between paying for people's health care and paying a dividend to investors. It's pretty obvious. I won't go through it. Anyway, that comes through very clearly in the book. And these senators, one of the senators said to me, you know, it's very clear that all the other countries have decided that health insurance should be nonprofit. Could you please tell us how we should convince American insurance companies to give up their profit? Yeah. And I, of course, said, hey, I'm just a reporter. You're the politicians. No, but what I pointed out was in Switzerland had American-style for-profit insurance until 1994. And, of course, the companies wouldn't cover anybody with a pre-existing condition. They had thousands of people denying claims. Does this sound familiar? And the Swiss decided this was not acceptable. This was not really health insurance. So they had a national referendum, passed a law that said they have to cover everybody and pay every claim, and they took the profit out of basic health insurance. Companies can't make a profit. In other words, it can be done, but the way they did it was they ran against the insurance companies. People didn't like their insurance companies. People had claims denied, and they ran against them and beat them politically. And when I said that, man, these 16 U.S. senators backed off in terror, you know. Do you know how much money those people put into our system? There was one guy, Sherrod Brown, who's an old labor lefty from Ohio, and Sherrod said, yeah, let's nail those guys, you know. It's good. But everybody else was afraid of that. So, yeah, I hope to have some impact. I haven't had any impact that I know of on the policy people, but maybe we will.